السلام عليكم. في هذا اليوم سنقدم لكم أن يبحثوا في تفسير العلمي من سورة الفرقان الآية 53. قبل ذلك اسمي أنس حكيمي بن إسماعيل, matrix number 1172608. قال الله تعالى: وهو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج وجعل بينهما برزقا وحجرا مهجورا. And he is the one who merges the two bodies of water, one fresh and palatable, and the other salty and bitter, placing between them a barrier they cannot cross. Surah Furqan, Al-Ayah 53. We continue to Ma'ani al-Mufradat. The first words is وَهُوَ الَّذِي مَرَجَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ. The meaning خَالِتُهُمَا, flowing to sea that meets each other. The second point, هذا عذب فرات أي شديد عذوبة. The meaning is it's very fresh water. شديد is very, عذوبة fresh water. وهذا ملح أجاج شديد ملوحة. شديد ملوحة is very bitter. وجعل بينهما برزقا حاجزا من قدرته حتى لا يختلط أحدهما بالآخر. This means separate between fresh water and salt water, not to mix it with each other. And the last point is وَحَجْرًا مَحْجُورًا. That's حرما محروما أن يغلب أحدهما صاحبه. The meaning is the barrier that prevents the two is met, so the fresh water does not become salty, or salty water does not become fresh water. The result of scientific study show about 67% of the water found on the surface of the earth collapse in the ocean and sea of the earth in the form of salty water, or we call in Arabic language is al-miyahul maliha, which covers approximately 70% of the surface of the earth, while the fresh al-miyahul azuba, the ground is only 3%. Scientific studies also show that more than 50% of the world population depend on drinking water, irrigating their crops, and watering their livestock. It also shows that 70% of the world population live on the shores of oceans and seas, and most really on groundwater formed in the form of hidden rivers flowing beneath the Earth's surface and flowing into this ocean and seas. As we can look, we have prevents the picture of النسبة المياه العذوبة والمياه المالحة.
وهو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج وجعل بينهما برزخا وحجرا محجورا.
name is Nur Ashikin binti Ibrahim, matrix number 1172617. Next, this phenomenon is the presence of a barrier or separation between salt water and fresh water when they meet somewhere. This barrier prevents the movement of both water in the direction of each other, so they do not mix, with the fact that the level of fresh water is higher than the level of salt water. ذهب العلماء إلى رأيين في حديثهم عن الحجر والأنهار. الفريق الأول أن الحجر هو كيان مادي مشاهد، وهو اليابسة التي تفصل ما بين البحار والأنهار. الفريق الثاني أن البرزخ هو حجر معنوي غير مادي يمنع اختلاط مياه البحار المالحة مع مياه الأنهار العذبة عند المنطقة التقائهما. Freshwater saltwater interactions. Saltwater intrusion is a major concern commonly found in coastal aquifers around the world. Saltwater intrusion is the induced flow of seawater into freshwater aquifers, primarily caused by groundwater development near the coast. Where groundwater is being pumped from aquifers that are in hydraulic connection with the sea, induced gradients may cause the migration of saltwater from the sea toward a well, making the freshwater well unusable. Under normal conditions, fresh water flows from inland aquifers and recharge areas to coastal discharge areas to the sea. In general, groundwater flows from areas with higher groundwater level, which is hydraulic heat, to areas with lower groundwater levels. This natural movement of fresh water toward the sea prevents salt water from entering freshwater coastal aquifers. Next, groundwater pumping or development can decrease the amount of fresh water flowing towards the coastal discharge area, allowing salt water to be drawn into the freshwater zone of coastal aquifers. Therefore, the amount of fresh water stored in the aquifers is decreased. The Gibbon-Herzberg relation assumes, under hydrostatic conditions, the weight of a unit column of fresh water extending from the water table to the saltwater interface is balanced by a unit column of salt water extending from sea level to the same point on the interface. Also, for every unit of groundwater above sea level, there are 40 units of fresh water below sea level. Saltwater interface in and unconfined coastal aquifers according to Gibbon-Herzberg relation. This analysis assumes hydrostatic conditions in a homogeneous unconfined coastal aquifers. According to this relation, if the water table in an unconfined coastal aquifers is lowered by 1 meter, the saltwater interface will rise 40 meters. Generally, saltwater intrusion into coastal aquifers is caused by two mechanisms. First, lateral encroachment from the ocean due to excessive water withdrawal from coastal aquifers, or upward movement from deeper saline zone due to upcoming near coastal discharge or pumping wells.